Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
It was one of the most electric games of the college football playoff last season. Ole Miss was dynamic with their quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, and he is back. But can Miami find their quarterback, find that rhythm? They've got one of the most electric players in all of the country. We'll see who has that rhythm offensively to start this game. I'll keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Canes ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Gives it. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game.
Tons of room in the middle. The 40. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Throwing, Mensah. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle. There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
And the Canes are rolling down the field. Out wide right, it's Lofton. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Mensah. It's complete to the right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Running inside, it's Lacy. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. They'll run the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field.
Defenses understand I got to take away my throwing lanes and then react to that running back. What does the QB do? Checks the ball down, thinks his running back can make the play in space. The defense says absolutely not. Breaks on the football, gets him down on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. From the gun, it's Pringle. Turning it on. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Canes.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Using his feet. And it's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Quick give. It's Lacy. There's a little room there. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. Hey, he's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff to the lone back. He's got the first down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They'll run him again. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Delayed give. It's Pringle. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Throwing, Mensah. Trying to get rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. This time it's complete. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Hits inside. It's Pringle. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Making the adjustment on the play. Quarterback keeper. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And as a defense, defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that they will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Right side, it's Odom. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. The give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second and long here. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the first down. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Field goal is good. And guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside, it's Pringle. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires it incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, the 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Moving the pocket, it's Chambliss. Shoots it to the left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Long way to go on second down. Out wide right, it's Odom. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and then go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Changing the routes with his receivers. Straight ahead, it's Lacy. Finding some room. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for room, it's Lacy. Cannot pick up the first down, but a field goal would give them the lead here late in the 2nd quarter. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 11 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Buckeyes with a breathtaking offensive performance today. Really, both teams delivered. How about combining for more than 100 points? A stat-stuffing day for each of those teams. And that is a big late-season win over a team they may very well see again in the playoff. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it in his belly. on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. Mensah. Gonna take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle trying to take it back. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
And the Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The ride. Maybe some room here. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5.
Just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He'll throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that back. Caught, and he's got room. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
What an enormous play. The 99-yard touchdown pass. But Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going off. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Ball loose in the end zone. Defense all over it, and they stop the drive, and they'll get a touchback. So Guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Here's Mensah to throw. Right side, it's Pringle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Mensah. Look out! Got the back over the middle. At the 35, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Vaughn. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Driving forward, it's Pringle. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Right side, it's Vaughn. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Mensah. Release to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Miami. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He's changing the play. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Third and long right here. They want to run this quarterback. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They have the lead in the 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. Here's Mensah to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Fires it. Out wide left, it's Fletcher. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurt them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Shy of the 40, they're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Left side, it's Odom. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. They have had no answers at all. They've exploited every matchup you can think of, and he's over 150 yards receiving.
And you got to give the offense credit, too, because they're just finding more and more creative ways to get this guy involved in this game. He is such a weapon.
On the ground, it's Lacy. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Wants to throw. It's Chambliss. Right side, it's Lacy. The The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Lacy. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. Quarterback changing the play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Makes the grab on third. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field. So just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws it off the RPO. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Man, and you really wanted that first down. Time is not your friend right now. You better come to the line with a good thought process because that clock is ticking.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Chambliss. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on. It's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Rebels. And they moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. point puts them up by a field goal. So the 16-play drive, and what a way to end it with what is likely the game winner in the final seconds. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, pressure's coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm